Welcome to Bougie and Boring, a spa business podcast. I'm Amanda Luisa, a licensed skincare professional and spa owner. This podcast is all about creating a business that's both high-end and effortless. What I like to call bougie and boring, because the goal isn't chaos and overwhelm, it's simplicity and ease. I'll show you how to build a spa that runs smoothly, feels inspiring, and is so well structured, it practically runs itself. You'll learn how to create a business that's not just successful, but truly enjoyable to own. Let's get right into it. Hello, and welcome to this episode where we're going to talk all about who you should hire first. This can be something that not a lot of people prioritize, but when you do, it's going to scale your business so far, so fast. And that's because you are prioritizing your first key hire. So not all hires will make the same impact on your business, but hiring the wrong role can actually slow down your business instead of helping you grow. So today I'm going to break down who you should hire first based on your biggest pain points, whether it's another esthetician, a front desk, a virtual admin. There's a lot of possibilities here, but knowing what role to hire first is going to be a huge game changer based on the area that is holding you back the most. So really quick, let's just talk about the cost of hiring the wrong role first. Many spa owners hire reactively instead of strategically. I have 100% been there, done that. And you might think, oh, I need another esthetician. But what if hiring, let's say, a spa attendant would actually give you more breathing room to then be able to focus on the other things going on in your business so that you can hire an esthetician and have that person scale your business with you. So think of things like if you instead need someone for front desk to handle all the phone calls and the scheduling and maybe answering emails and all this stuff, right? That can free you up to then start making SOPs so that you can hire an esthetician even faster. And then the esthetician will be able to make you so much more money, so much faster. Okay, so try to avoid hiring someone just because they're available and because you think, this sounds good, rather than because they're a good fit for what your business actually needs right now. So how do you know who to hire first? Let's break it down. First, you need to identify the biggest pain point or bottleneck in your business. Before hiring, ask yourself things like, what's causing the most stress in my business right now? What is something that you dread doing, or maybe you procrastinate it because you know you don't like doing it? Okay? If you're overwhelmed with clients and you're turning people away, it's time to hire an esthetician. If you're drowning in admin work and spending time on emails and scheduling people instead of treatments, then you need to hire a front desk or an admin assistant of some kind. If you're struggling with marketing, social media, or just scheduling, then hire a virtual assistant or a marketing manager. Okay? And if all of these things feel like, all of them, Amanda, they're all things that I'm overwhelmed with, then that's a different problem. And you and I need to have a different conversation. So definitely reach out to me and we can go over that even more. You just want to make sure that you avoid assuming that another esthetician would be your first hire just because it seems like it's the obvious choice. And I'm saying obvious with air quotes because a lot of us think, oh, an esthetician is touching clients. They are directly bringing in revenue. But if you're able to hire someone that can give you immediate relief, it can set up your business for long-term success because it's freeing up your brain space, okay? So, when is hiring an esthetician the right move? Okay. Let's say you're fully booked and turning clients away. You're burnt out from doing too many services yourself, and there's a big enough client demand to keep another esthetician busy, okay? Because we're not just going to hire someone because it seems like what we should do. No, there have to be little benchmarks that we achieve and get to so that that esthetician can actually be booked when they come on and they can start paying for themselves, right? So consider things like, will this hire increase revenue immediately? Do you have any training or onboarding SOPs in place? And remember, SOP stands for Standard Operating Procedures. It's basically the plan or checklist that you need in order for the esthetician to be properly onboarded and feel really confident in what they're doing. Okay, so if you are ready to expand your service capacity, then hiring an esthetician totally makes sense. So if you are ready to expand your service capacity, hiring an esthetician totally makes sense, but only if you have the demand to support them. Okay? So let's talk about a front desk. Okay? Someone to help you with more of like a client-facing admin help. This is someone that I actually kind of put together with a spa attendant, just someone who can, because usually when someone is in treatment, then that means that the front desk, depending on the workload that you give them, they can also help fold laundry. They can also help respond to emails. They can do some of the cleaning, all those other tiny things that are super important, but they need to get done, right? So hiring a front desk assistant, okay, this is an overlooked game changer role. If you're spending too much time on admin instead of clients, then it's time to hire this role, okay? If you're missing calls, double booking, struggling to schedule, or if you just need someone to handle the client communication and appointment reminders, which your online booking should do appointment reminders, but not every client will confirm. And so sometimes we have to reach out ourselves and say, hey, just confirming your appointment, and they can even sell retail too once properly trained. So this will free up so much of your time. You will be shocked. Make sure that you consider if they can increase the efficiency and free up your time for services. Okay, so can they check the client out, making your turnover time less, meaning you can fit one more facial in that day or one more chemical peel or Brazilian wax, whatever the case is. And that will ultimately have that role paying for itself. And the right person in that role can actually help increase client retention and upselling of services, of products, cross-selling services. It is a sales position in a way. It's like a customer service sales position. Okay, so just make sure that you avoid thinking you should wait until you're, big enough for a front desk hire. And I say big enough with air quotes again. Many spas grow faster once they make this hire earlier on. And it's easy to say, oh, I can do it once I'm this big, once I have this thing, then I can get that front desk hire. But it ends up being the thing that propels you forward to get to that place in the first place. So if you feel constantly pulled away from your clients by that admin work, then hiring a front desk assistant should really be your top priority right now. And this kind of is, this next hire is very similar, but it's more of the behind the scenes support, and that's a virtual assistant or maybe like a marketing manager. Okay. So if you're struggling with marketing or social media, emails, stuff like that, and you just need more help behind the scenes, that you don't necessarily need someone to be physically at the spa for, but you still want to free up your time without committing to maybe like a full-time hire, then a virtual assistant could be the role that will really help you the most here. So is this person going to help you grow your client base or streamline operations? Can they handle tasks that you don't have time for, but you know they're important, right? So just make sure you're not doing everything yourself. Outsourcing these tasks that you're not great at is a very smart investment. It is not an expense. If the admin work or marketing is slowing you down, then a virtual assistant will be the best first hire for you. And a virtual assistant can look like many different things. I know a lot of people who go through onlinejobs.ph, I believe is what it is. And that's a virtual assistant from the Philippines. I've personally worked with many incredible virtual assistants from the Philippines. And I've also worked with virtual assistants from different states. And that can really help you depending on what area of the country you're in. If you find like, oh, I am missing calls really early in the morning, then maybe you hire someone from, the West Coast in a different time zone so that they can answer those calls for you. Or the opposite, maybe you're getting calls really late at night. And so you think, okay, if that's the case, maybe you hire someone on the East Coast or in the Philippines, right? I just recommend that it be someone whose first language is English, just so that they can be able to communicate with the client in the best way possible. Okay, so your next steps for today's episode is to download the How to Know It's Time to Hire worksheet. Okay, it's linked below, and it's going to help you assess what role you may need first. Okay, make sure that you identify your biggest pain point in your business right now. What's slowing you down the most? Okay, and then make a hiring plan instead of hiring reactively, right? We got to make a strategy, because right now, when you're not like in desperation mode and you can think calmly and clearly, this is the best time to do it. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait to talk to you next week. We're going to be talking about how to have a difficult conversation or difficult conversations in general with employees and how to handle them like a compassionate professional leader. This is something that I'm extremely passionate about. It's the thing that comes to mind to me the most when I'm having to give some feedback to an employee. And I think that when you come at it from this approach, you just earn so much more respect from the people that you hire. So, and you work so much better as a team too. So I'm really excited for that one. Please stay tuned. I cannot wait to talk to you again soon, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. If you found value in today's conversation, don't forget to subscribe or share with a spa owner friend. You can also leave a review on iTunes, and in the comment section, ask any question you want, and I'm so happy to answer it right here on the podcast. Ready for the next step? Schedule a free 30-minute discovery call to see how I can help you with your business. You can also head over to amandaluisaconsulting.com and grab a free resource. I've got so many good ones over there. Whether it's hiring, paying yourself more, overcoming burnout, I've got you covered with resources to help make your business bougie and boring. Peace and love, my friend. I'll talk to you soon.